So a young lady reached out to me the other day and she advised that she's been bullied like beyond belief. She says that she cannot afford an attorney and she's even gone to two of her coworkers to kind of help back her up, and they're afraid of retaliation, in terms of like complaining within the company. Number one, you don't go to human resources, if you know what I mean. If you've been rocking with me for a minute, human resources is not your friend. Now, I'm not saying all of human resources is bad, but 9 times out of 10, if you try to take your coworkers, and her coworkers were smart to say, hey, no, I'm kind of staying out of this. And the reason why they're staying out of it in terms of going to HR with her is because they don't want to target on their back either. Human resources, once you go to them and complain, especially about management, it's a wrap. For some people, they've gone to complain and they're like, oh, well, my life is fine. And every person I've spoken to and every person I've coached, because I do offer coaching on my site at bossupculture.org. And every time I meet with someone who has gone to human resources, they may think that they're safe for a little bit, and then but the target is always there on your back. So the best thing for you to do is to continue to document. Like I tell you guys, document, document, document. I have an ebook on my website that shows you step by step how to document, what kind of attorney to get, all the things. So I'm telling you guys, you can go to human resources if you want to. If you think you're going to have somebody go with you, they're not going to go because they don't want to be in the same position that you're in. So that was the first thing. Second thing is she doesn't have any money. If you've been with this community for a while and you've watched several of my videos, you know that if you have a case, an attorney will take your case pro bono. Let me repeat myself. If you truly have a case and you contact a local attorney, a local employment attorney, local to you, I cannot recommend any employment attorneys to you unless you live in the state of Michigan near where I live. You have to find a 4 or 5 star, preferably 5-star employment attorney near you. If you live in Georgia, you need to be researching whatever city, state you live in, a local employment attorney to you. Make sure that you research them. Look at the description or, whatever the reviews are. See what other people are saying that have gone to them and have been represented by them. That's the first thing. Again, like I said, if you do not have the proper documentation, no one's going to take your case. Yes, you will be paying top dollar because an employment attorney, in order for them to take your case, they need to know that they're going to win. Let me back this up for a second. If you have a case, if you truly have a case that an employment attorney knows that they're going to win, 9 times they will take your case pro bono, or they will find out how much can you afford to retain them. They may say, okay, can you give me 500? Can you give me 1,000? It depends on the attorney. I can't speak for all attorneys. I'm just saying, if you have enough documentation that they know they can win, 9 times out of 10, you do not have to get legal aid. You can just get a 5-star employment attorney, but you can't go to anybody with garbage. If you only have, a he say, she say thing, if you don't have the emails, if you don't have the text messages, if you don't have any backup evidence that you can have, depending on your state, every state has a different law, and I have videos about that. You guys, I have over 400 videos, more than that, across YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I have a library of videos that shows you everything what to do. And if you can't watch them all, that's fine. And hopefully you're subscribed, number one. And then second of all, hopefully you're liking these videos. But third of all, I have them all, like I said, in the ebook. All the answers that you need are in my ebook on my website. So I would invest in myself either that way or sign up for coaching because I can help you with your individual situation. So you don't necessarily have to let me scratch that. You don't even have to get legal aid, okay? You can get you a 5-star attorney as long as you have the documentation to back you up. People, places, situation, date, time, and hopefully you have it, laid out in the timeline of events. Because if you have some gibberish, no one's going to take your case. And even if you go to legal aid, I mean, do you think that's really going to help you? And this is the information that I share with people. You know, I want you guys to bet on yourselves. Don't just give up and throw your hands up and say, hey, well, you know, I guess I'm just going to have to go to legal aid because I can't afford. You can't afford not to call an attorney. And if an attorney cannot take your case, so when you call, you know, you give them the information. Consultations are typically free. And then they say, okay, we're going to charge you for this consultation. Hang up and call another attorney. I have people that I've had clients that I've coached, and I've told them, you know, you may have to call 5 or 6 attorneys to take your case. It's all about you getting the right attorney for your case, because you just don't want any attorney. So I hope this information helps someone out there. I've got this same kind of question several times. So I wanted to make sure that I address that question, that particular concern. And so hopefully it helps anyone else out there that has the same concern. And until next time, I'm Kristen Peoples with bossofculture.org. Visit me at bossofculture.org. And you'll see, you guys, I have all kinds of resources on my resources tab. Every now and again, I'll have some different goodies for you. And don't forget to donate. This is a 501c3 charity that helps people that cannot afford to get mental health care. Because this is a mental health care, not only a workplace bullying charity, we also help people get mental health care due to the trauma that they have experienced having to deal with workplace bullying abuse. Me, having have dealt with it for 10 years and made it through and have helped thousands and thousands of people, I can assure you, you donating can help someone else too. So even if it's $1, $5, whatever you can do to contribute. I thank you for your time and I love you. Bye.